Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you and welcome to the channel. So I was getting requests on the Telegram group requesting me to post a model answer on how to approach the essay writing. Okay, last time also I had posted a video wherein we had discussed a topic. I had provided a basic framework. I had not written the essay purposely because I wanted you all to approach the essay. But today, since there has been a request, so I will first discuss the essay, like you should be approaching, and then I'll be discussing with you the essay that I've written. Okay, so as you all are going to appear in the examination which is going to be on 20th of August, there are going to be two papers. First is the general studies paper in which there will be 20 questions, and the second paper is of Hindi and essay writing. Okay, so in that there will be 5 questions. First question is regarding the essay writing, in which you have to write an essay, and that will be of 50 marks. Second question, in which you have to write a summary, an appropriate title needs to be given, and also certain terms need to be explained from the passage. Okay, this is also for 50 marks. Third question is regarding the letter writing, in which you have to either write an advertisement or some government order and etc. There are 8 subtopics in this, and you have to practice all of them because they can ask you anything. This is also 50 marks. Next, fourth and fifth questions are regarding the translations from Hindi to English and from English to Hindi. Okay, 25 marks each. So in case you need help with other questions as well, then you can post in the comment section and we'll see about it, what can be done, how we can help, especially regarding the translation part. Okay, so in the first question, the session today is regarding the essay writing. So in that question, you'll be given minimum 4 to 5 topics. Okay, they can even give you 6 because it is mentioned in the syllabus. So one topic from each part can be given, and you need to write essay on any one of them. Okay, so recently one mains examination was conducted by UKPSC. It was for the ROARO mains examination for the secretariat. Okay, that is for UKPSC secretariat. This exam was conducted recently, and there was this question regarding challenges of population explosion. Okay, so today we are going to discuss that topic only. So the word limit given in that question paper is 600 words. However, according to the lower PCS mains examination, the word limit mentioned is 400 words. But today the essay that I have written is around 600 words because I was writing the answer based on the question that was asked in the UKPSC mains exam paper. Okay, so let's start the basic discussion. So, how to approach an essay? See, whenever you are approaching an essay, there has to be a basic framework that needs to be followed. First of all, you write an introduction wherein you introduce the topic to the examiner. The introduction should be catchy because that is something which gives the first impression, and as you all are aware, that first impression is the last impression. So, most of the times, if the introduction is catchy, then you are forcing the reader to go through the entire essay. And in case the introduction is not written well, then the first impression is not that good. And sometimes it is also said that in essay writing, the marking scheme is such that there are marks allotted to each portion. For example, some marks will be allotted for the introduction, some for the body, and finally some for the conclusion. And also the language and the word flow and how you have approached it, whether there are grammatical mistakes, errors of some kind or the other, how is your writing, how is your presentation, all that comes into account. Okay. So first of all, the introduction should be catchy. In order to make the introduction catchy, you can use anecdotes or you can also mention some data, okay, some definition. That gives a very good impression and a very good starting to the answer. The next part is the body. This is the main thing where you are going to write whatever you know about the essay in a very systematic manner, okay? Now, finally we have the conclusion. Conclusion should be crisp and it should be in such a manner that it tries to connect everything that you've written above it. Okay. See, there are 190 posts and approximately 3,000 to 4,000 students have qualified for the mains examination. Now the examiner needs to read these many answer copies. So there should be something special in your answer copy in order to fetch good marks. Okay. If you are writing something in a very shabby manner or in a very um, you can say unorganized manner, so even the examiner will get irritated, and that irritation is going to reflect in the marks that he or she allots to you. Okay, so we have to keep this in mind, and that is how we approach the answer writing. So the topic for today was challenges of population explosion. So one way to go about it is, first of all, you can give an introduction, This is a very open-ended kind of a question. You can talk about the population. You can also give the Malthusian theory. You can also give about the latest data of population. Anything can be written in the introduction. Or you can even start by writing a small story. Okay, these are the ways in which you can give the introduction. Then in the body, since the main topic is challenges of population explosion, but still in the body, I would request you all to give a small paragraph regarding the reasons for population explosion. Although this is not asked in the question, but if you give it in a form of a very small paragraph, then it is a good way of representing the question in this manner. Okay, and then we come up to the main, that is the challenges. You can give subheadings for the same, and finally solution can also be given in the body itself. And finally, in the conclusion, write a very short conclusion, a very small conclusion, in which you try to bring all the topics, and you try to connect all the dots. Try to connect everything that you have written in the question paper, in the answer, that is in the essay. Okay, so uh, I'll be reading the essay that I've written today, and hopefully it will be beneficial for you. And if you want, then I can also share the PDF of the same on the Telegram group. So in case you want it, then please comment, then I'll provide the PDF. But right now I'll be just reading the essay that I've written. Okay, so I'm just going to read it, and in case there are certain issues or in case there are certain doubts, please post your queries on the in the comment section. And I also request you all to also approach this essay, write it in a very time bound manner, so that finally when you are appearing the examination, you get into the habit of writing and you are able to complete the paper well within time. Okay, so now let me read the essay that I've written. The rapid and dramatic rise in population of an area is termed as population explosion. According to the United Nations projection, the world population will be around 10.9 billion during 2050. Unprecedented population explosion poses several challenges for humankind. This was the introduction. Okay, now the body begins. And also, one thing that you need to keep in mind is that keep the paragraphs small. If you keep the paragraphs short, so the examiner finds it easier to read. Okay, next paragraph is: the main reason behind population explosion is the high birth rate accompanied with low death rate. This in turn can be attributed to improved med okay, so now let's discuss the essay that I've written on the same topic. Okay, first of all, the introduction. The rapid and dramatic rise in population of an area is termed as population explosion. According to the United Nations projection, the world population will be around 10.9 billion during 2050. Unprecedented population explosion poses several challenges for humankind. This was the small introduction wherein I've mentioned some data and also the definition. The main reason behind population explosion is the high birth rate accompanied with low death rate. This in turn can be attributed to improved Medicare, sanitation, food supply, and improved living standard. Illiteracy and metasun preference are some other probable reasons. So very small paragraph mentioning the main reasons why population is exploding. Next is Malthusian theory states a geometric population growth, albeit an arithmetic food production growth. This theory highlights the biggest challenge of population explosion. Population explosion indeed poses innumerable challenges. Some of them are as follows. Okay, first of all, challenge on the environment. Population explosion puts extreme pressure on the environment. A higher population means increased requirement for agricultural and residential land, clean water and air. To fulfill the needs of the growing population, more energy requirements further increase use of fossil fuels, fertilizers and pesticides. This further aggravates pollution, soil erosion, global warming and ozone depletion. Increased environmental concerns then impact the health of organisms in form of asthma, vector-borne diseases like dengue. This then puts pressure on sanitation and healthcare. The chain reaction of environmental degradation is thus triggered by population explosion. The second challenge is the social challenges. Increased population needs more food and better facilities. Desire for better opportunities forces exodus and increased urbanization. People are forced to slog hard for meager wages, forced to live in slums, which further invites health complications. Thus, an increased population drags people into poverty, sapping of the accessibility and affordability of food, clothing, and shelter. People living in abject poverty can't even afford basic needs of food, let alone provide quality education. This further widens the gap between the rich and the poor, pushing a larger proportion into leading lives as vagrants and destitutes. Third is challenge on healthcare. Recent challenge of COVID-19 gave a glimpse of the dearth of healthcare throughout the world. Many died since there was a shortage of medical professionals, oxygen, and other infrastructure. The present is so frightening. We cannot even imagine how daunting the future could be, given the alarming rate at which human population is exploding. Unemployment and poverty challenge. During COVID-19, many lost their jobs. At present, in April 2022, unemployment rate in India is 7.83% according to Center for Monitoring of Indian Economy, CMIE. Unemployment, lack of skilled labor, and educated masses prevents us to utilize the demographic dividend. A high but well-trained population can become an asset, but presently gender bias, obsolete mentality of metason preference, child marriage, and dowry further enhance the population growth, coupled with increased unemployment and poverty challenge. In the wake of the population explosion, we face multifarious challenges. India is predicted to have overtaken China as world's most populous nation by 2050. There is a dire need to address this challenge. Initiatives like Hum Do Hamare Do, spreading awareness about contraception and challenges of higher population have been adopted. Changing attitudes towards daughters, coupled with government schemes like Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, CM Mahalakshmi Kit of Uttarakhand, are positive steps. Okay. However, we still need to enhance our capacities to absorb the increasing manpower and a speedy implementation of policies to achieve demographic transition from high to lower birth rate, from a higher to a lower birth rate. Okay. Rather than solving the problems arising out of the chain reaction, we need to address the core issue by nipping the population explosion in the bud itself. We can deal with the multitudinous challenges and save humankind from the daunting future. Okay, so this was just a very speedily written kind of an essay wherein I have tried to put forth the challenges of population explosion, and as you can see I have tried to connect everything that I have written about the essay in the conclusion. Okay, I have given this basic model answer, although you can say that the answer was not up to the mark. Okay, I could have done better, that is what I feel, but still this is just a basic beginning, because in the beginning most of the answers will not be up to the mark for most of the candidates, but we need to improve. See, we still have 2 months approximately, and we need to improve on the answer presentation and the kind of content. So that's it, and if you like the essay then please comment, and in case there are certain improvements that you would like me to incorporate even in my answer, then you are most welcome to give your suggestions. And also, in case there were some things that were not required, you can also mention the same, because see, we all are aspirants. This is an aspirant community, we are trying to help each other, so that's it all about, that's what it is all about. And we have to have a mutualistic kind of an association. We need to raise each other. Okay, we need to help each other and help each other finally get the job of our dreams. Okay, so that's it for today, and soon we'll meet with more videos on answer writing and on essay writing as well. Hoping all the best to all of you, and hoping that you all get your dream jobs. So that's it for today. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.